it's Erica back on the Altenew YouTube channel today, and we are going to go straight into it. And we're going to texturize all of these. Well, I say all of these. We're going to make a couple of cards for sure. And we're going to look at the Ways to Thank You 3D embossing folder, as well as the Petal Palooza. Now, with the Petal Palooza, it's got a fun pattern here. So first of all, what I thought we'll do is we'll just go through again like how to do the sandwich on your die cutting machine. So I have a Platinum 6, and on the platform basis, it will tell you what you need to do. So here it says how to build a 3D embossing folder sandwich. So you need the platform base, which is this one, and then we need a embossing folder, or 3D embossing folder even, with paper inside. So we're gonna put some paper inside, and just the one piece. And then we have the adapter plate, and then we just roll this through, and it's surprisingly easy when you do the right sandwich. So I have done this before with not the right sandwich, and it was just such a workout. Right, when I was reviewing this footage, unfortunately, I realized that there was some really severe flickering, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to kind of get rid of all of the flickering, but I thought we'd just do this again and, you know, watch the whole process again, and we're gonna, you know, review, conquer. No, we're not going to conquer. No, that sounds a little bit too warish. But we are going to take these two panels, the Petal Palooza panels, and here we go again with the flickering. Really sorry about that. We are going to make something with these two, and we are also going to be using the Ways to Thank You folder. So this one is one that I've done, and again, so sorry about the flickering. I'm trying to like adjust the lighting here, and it wasn't working for some reason. It was just a complete off day, but I thought would just do the Ways to Thank You embossing folder sandwich as well, so that we have two of each panel. So in the beginning of the video, I was thinking, you know, we were going to do one of each at least, but we have actually ended up with 4 cards. Yes, we have. I know once you're on a roll, you know, it's hard to stop. And also, because I felt like I had to kind of redo some of the footage, I ended up with just so many panels, and I thought, you know, why not make a lot of different cards? So yeah, here is the second panel, and again, I think the flickering is about to go out of control, so we're gonna try to get everything everything light out of the frame, and we're going to kind of get some ink blending done, I think. So I want to use some of the gorgeous pinks here. Now, there is a lighter pink, which is called Pink Diamond. And at the time of filming, I had put it in a drawer somewhere and I couldn't find it. So we're going to start with Pinkalicious as our lightest pink. And we are going to use some of these gorgeous enamel dots. But we are going to finish off the 2 panels first. So I will show you some of the ink blending that I'm going to do, and then we're going to kind of skip one of them because it's going to be the same, but slightly less. So we're going to go for this one first, and we're going to start with Pinkalicious. And we are going to rub-a-dub-a-dub our ink blending tool onto the ink pad, and then we're going to tap off the excess on the lid. We're going to go over the raised pattern to kind of make sure that that catches some of the color. And don't worry if you get it outside of the pattern as well, because, you know, it is practically impossible to get it just on the raised bed. So we are going to embrace this. And what we're going to do is we're going to add kind of uneven colors, so we don't want everything to look exactly the same. We're going for handmade, not hallmark. Yes. So some of these you will see will have slightly less pink, and some of them will have some darker areas. And, you know, it's just to kind of add a little bit of funness and texture, and, you know, it creates like a different depth of dimension, and it's a little bit of an optical illusion, but that's good, right? You know? Fun. And also that's a super easy way to change things up. So even if you use the same colors, just change like the movement or the placement of the ones that are slightly darker. Now here is something that I kind of wish that I had skipped actually. So not this one. This one is lovely. I really like that light pink actually. Now this one, I was looking at that and I thought, we need to add a little bit more detail. So I went for one of the micro blending brushes and I went, you know, for the really, really dark one. And oh, I really, really kind of wish I hadn't. Yeah. In hindsight, I wish I had kept building up the color with Pinkalicious and maybe gone to Rubelite instead of Razzleberry, because I do think that it was maybe just a tad too dark. But we are going to fix that at the end. Yes, we are. Don't you worry. Because here we are all about showing mistakes and ideas that maybe don't work out and how to fix them. Now, we are going to use some gorgeous puffy hearts colored cardstock to create some word die cuts. This one is gorgeous. I like this one pink. And I feel like it works with both of the ink blended patterns as well, or the panels really. So we're going to use the Have a Good Day from the Timeless Sentiment 2. And you can see here, one is done with black and white and opposite. And we are also going to add in Friend from the Scripty Sentiments. So because we have 2 panels, we are going to do 2 of each one of these word die cuts. So we're going to do 2 in pink. I say 2, but so the shadow parts is going to be the Puffy Hearts cardstock. And the other part is going to be white cardstock. So we're going to have basically the same products, but we're going to end up with different results. So we are going to use the same enamel dots as well, and we're still going to end up with 2 cards. So looking very, very different, I think. It is very possible that you might have heard some bells ringing in the background, and that is because I live in a little village in the Spanish mountains where the bells ring on every full hour. But I digress. Now we're going to do all of these bits in white as well here, and then we are simply going to puzzle them together so that we have exactly the same as the white and black ones in the top right corner, but we're going to have white and puffy heart pink cardstock, so that is going to match really, really nicely with our beautiful ink blended backgrounds. And again, here, when it comes to word die cuts and layering things up, I highly, highly recommend a liquid glue. It will give you those extra few precious seconds to make sure that everything is completely, perfectly in place before it then kind of sticks down. So if you're using like double-sided tape and things like that, it's very unforgiving. There is no other way of saying this. It's very, very unforgiving. And usually once something is stuck down, that is it. And you cannot remove it without ripping your paper. So let's avoid that, shall we? Yes. So here we're just gonna kind of puzzle these up, and I find with this particular word die cut that if you do the big one first and then you add the little H and the little Y, it's much, much easier to kind of make sure that everything goes exactly where you want it. So here I was thinking at first, and this is where again like my thought process comes out, that we were gonna do opposites. So we're gonna have pink shadow part and a white shadow part, and I went to kind of try this out. So don't ever underestimate this bit, and don't rush this part either, because this is where like your card is going to be like, it's kind of a make or break moment really, isn't it? Because it wasn't until I put these on here that I thought, you know what? It looked better in my head than it does on paper. Yeah. So I also did decide to, because we love the texture and dimension, don't we? At least I'm assuming that you do, because that's why you're watching my videos, that we are going to add an extra layer of dimension and texture here. So we're going to trim these panels down just a smidge. And then on the back of these, we're going to add a healthy helping of instant dimension foam tape. Yes, we are. Yes. Because why not? You know, dimension is life. And I love it. So here, I did kind of mess up a little something on the other panel there. So I was rethinking a little bit like where I was going to put everything. But don't you worry, I figured that out as well. Now, when it comes to cutting foam tape or any type of like double-sided tape, it is tricky and a sticky business. to try to cut that without like a backing tape on both sides. So when you have double-sided tape or any type of kind of like backing tape, keep that, because here I have put the instant dimension foam tape onto the backings of this double-sided tape, backing paper, and then I can cut easily without the stickiness sticking to my scissors. Because let me tell you, ain't nobody got time for sticky scissors. It is very annoying. It takes a very long time to clean up. So let's avoid that. And then it is so easy to trim down your pieces to whatever you need them to be. And then add that to your card base, add your word die cuts, glue them down, arrange, and yeah, again, I know I'm kind of babbling on a little bit here, but take your time. There's no need to rush unless you need to get a mail in, you know, a card in the mail, like, you know, pronto, because you're late mailing it to a friend or something. But otherwise, if you're doing it for fun, don't rush. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be joyful. And if you end up with a card that's been messed up, it's going to like kill all the joy that you got from your crafting session. So take your time. You know, we got time, right? And again, here we're going to just use a little bit of liquid glue, make sure that we get things on straight, because again, I mean, a little bit wonky is fine, but like super wonky, no, let's try to avoid that, shall we? Now, remember I mentioned those enamel dots? Here they are. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful collection, this one. The Bubblegum Dreams. I mean, oh, even the name is delicious. So I decided to go for the darkest pink for my dark pink card. Oh, can you say dark pink card? Anyway, for the one with extra pink. So we're going to zoom in here a little bit as well. Okay, so for the middles, so I have used only the smallest size, and I did use up all but 2. But, you know, I think it was worth it. I really do. And what you can do as well is, if you want to use less, you know, just kind of use the ones, like add enamel dots just to the ones like in the frame around. And you can always place your word die cuts so that they cover up more of the middles instead of, you know, having to use so many enamel dots. But, you know, I'm really trying to embrace using my stuff rather than hoarding it because it's so pretty. Because, you know, yeah. I have a really bad habit of just hoarding my pretty stuff. So, you know, really trying to let it go and actually use it, you know, because at the end of the day, if I decide that I really cannot live without more Bubblegum Dreams enamel dots, I can always buy another packet, okay? I have to chill. But yeah, anyway, so here are our 2 first cards. And as you can see, same products, but, you know, quite different looks. Now we're going to move on to the ways to thank you panels. So we're going to go for a bit of like a sunny, bright, happy colors. And I did think, so this is the Fall Harvest Fresh Dye Ink Bundle. And I did think I was going to use all of them, but I ended up actually only needing 2. So we have used the butternut, and pumpkin pie. And that was actually all of the colors I needed. I went a little bit rookie mistake here with the ink blending though, because I used a mini tool rather than one of the small flat brush heads. So that would probably have been a lot quicker. So I have sped up this part quite a lot. I mean, don't you wish so you could ink blend this fast? Like when you're in a hurry, that would be so good, wouldn't it? But anyway, you can kind of see how the ink is coming down, and we're going for a bit of an ombre look as always. You know, I do love my ombre, I really do. And we're just going to add a little bit of that pumpkin pie at the top here. And then what we're going to do is, because it's not bright and sunny enough, right? Yeah. We're going to splatter a little bit of gold watercolor on top of this as well. But before we do that, we're going to ink blend another panel, so that we're going to splatter at the same time. And, you know, I think it's going to be fabulous. So for this one, because I love blue, we're going to go for Tide Blue. And you would think, wouldn't you, that I would have learned from my first rookie mistake to use a bigger tool? But no, I did not. I mean, I don't actually have enough clean ones now to use a new one for a blue. So I'm going to have to buy a bunch of tools, like blending tools, because I clearly need more. So anyway, again, this is sped up even more than the yellow one. Yeah. But we're gonna go for quite a light color here, because we don't want to get it to be too blue, because for now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, we're gonna turn it upside down, and we're gonna go with a very, very light hand, very light, don't press too hard, and we're just going to sweep gently over that textured those textured bits to make them catch the color so that we can actually see what it says. Cool, huh? I mean, if you really want to like just add color to a 3D embossing panel, you could just take the ink pad right away and just like smush, 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 you know. But I wanted that sort of light blue first, and then the extra blue. But here I've done the same thing as I did with the 2 pink cards. We got a little bit of a frame around it. They are raised up with the foam tape. And then I have cut out Hello Friend from the Scripty Sentiment die set. And you might think, hello friend, on thank you cards? That doesn't make any sense. But just bear with me. So we're going to place the hello friend so that they kind of frame one of the sentences on the panels to kind of bring in that, hello friend, thank you for being there. You know, thank you for always having my back. That works out, right? I think so. And also the for the blue one, I have cut out the shadow parts out of azurite blue. I probably didn't say that right, but a gorgeous blue cardstock. And for the for the yellow one, I've done the actual words in the brushed gold metallic cardstock, which is so gorgeous. I am probably a little bit too obsessed with that cardstock. I need to get some of the copper and then the silver as well. So anyway, the first world problems for sure. I mean, poor me, I don't have all the colors of the metallic cardstock. But anyway, so here are our 4 finished cards. So we have essentially used, okay, so 3 products technically. So the 2 embossing folders, sorry, 4. Okay, and then Scripty Sentiments and the Timeless Sentiments 2 sets. And some inks, so 5 products, I guess. Oh, and cardstock 6. Oh boy, I really have no clue, do I? But somewhat limited amount of products, but with different results. So I really, really hope you've enjoyed this video and found it inspiring. And we'll try some of these techniques for yourself. And I will see you very soon again. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.